Welcome to Ecom Talk. My name is Alexei Leal. Today we have Samuel Krushinsky. It's a brand evangelist at BQool, marketing specialist, Amazon expert, and seasoned professional in repricing strategies and Amazon ads optimization, dedicated to helping sellers grow, scale, and maximize their success on Amazon. Welcome, Samuel.
Hi, Alexei. I'm super happy to be here, and it's good to see you again. A lot of people know us as a repricer, but we've used our technology, we refined it in the last couple of years, and then we've built something for AI Amazon ads for PPC to get much better performance.
Yes, definitely. BQool was very known as a repricer, but let's talk about the Amazon ads. The topic for today is Amazon ads without the complexity, how BQool with AI tools can simplify the campaign management.
For sure. We make it much easier to use because the problem is it's very difficult to manage a large number of campaigns, whether you're doing it manually or semi-manually in a very increasingly competitive and complex environment. And typically there's a lot of data, there's unpredictable costs. For example, like the bids that work well on Monday, maybe after a couple of days, it might not work well anymore on Thursday because there's new competitors entering. There could be new sellers also selling the same product. What worked really well yesterday may not work today. What we are doing here is we're eliminating the time wasted by having several key features that can save people time. One of them is the AI bidding, having the optimum bid for all the targeted keywords you have. Another is auto harvesting, is to getting all those keywords automatically, the ones that are converting. And then we have auto budgeting as well, which reallocates the budget to the right campaign that's actually having a good performance.
Got it. Tell me, Samuel, what is the most common mistake you see the sellers handling PPC manually?
A lot of the times, right, like when a seller goes into Amazon Ad Console, it's a little bit complicated, right? When they're starting to set a new ad. Basically, when you set a new campaign, there's different layers. Like you got to pick manual or auto. The structure matters as well. You want to see you're doing keyword targeting or product targeting, whether you want to go very detailed into manual, loose bids, or you want to go deeper phrase matches or substitutes. It all takes a lot of time. It's very complicated if you want to have a very good campaign when you're setting it up. And so the structure, so it has a poor campaign structure. That's one of the problems that we see. And then you have the issue of you got to pick the keywords that you're targeting. Typically, people they might use another tool, or they have to go and download some historic data they have, go through Excel sheets, pivot, look at the reports, and then add those keywords in. Right? It takes a lot of maintenance as well. And another issue is that people, they set up the campaigns and they put a budget on it, but not every campaign performs the same. So there's budget bleeding on non-converting terms. And those are the keywords that generate a lot of clicks, but there's no conversion to sales. These are some of the main issues. Also, you can't adjust bids in real time. Typically, like you start setting up a campaign, you might start out, you might set it as conservative, based on what the Amazon default, after finding the keywords, it's going to be like a suggested bid, and you can put like the default and the lower side, but then you have to go back and check and see if that's working or not and test it out. It's not adjusting bids in real time. Those are three things that are really problematic and common mistakes that we see a lot of sellers when they handle PPC manually.
I see. What is the big difference when you compare the BQool dashboard comparing to Amazon console?
So let me show you, right? Let me share my screen here. You guys could all see for yourself. So this is inside our BQool AI advertising. I'm inside the ad manager. And then when I create a new campaign inside Amazon Ad Console, I will have all these different campaigns. I have to set them up individually, and then under them are the ad groups, and they're in different windows. I got to click in. I got to find out. But in ours, you can see everything an overview. So you can see all the campaigns that you've already set up, and you can see how many ad groups is under each of them. And then under the ad groups, I could see all of the ad groups for all the different campaigns all at once. You can't do that inside Amazon Ad Console. And then here, I can easily filter. I can add filters. I can see which ones are not performing very well. For example, maybe the ACoS are all over 100%. So I'm actually losing money on these ads in these ad groups, and I can then go and make adjustments just with several clicks. I can just enable the AI bidding just like that with one click. So it's really simple. And then the second thing that we can see, like when you're setting up campaigns, once I set up the campaign, I can put AI bidding and auto harvesting, automatically. I can just click them on, and then this way, I don't have to go and set the default bid amount for each targeted words. We check the historic winning bids, then we add our own algorithm, and then we adjust the bidding with our AI to get optimum results. And another issue, let's say for AdWords, like for example, for when you turn on the auto harvesting, which you can do for every campaign when you're setting it up, it would actually pull in all the AdWords that are converting. So you can see in my example, some of these AdWords are added in by auto harvesting. And then if you're in Amazon Ad Console, you'll have to you have to add it by yourself, the default, and you have to then decide whether this is a good keyword or not. But we automatically pull all that data in for you. And then we start adding those keywords automatically, so you don't have to add all the keywords yourself. If you have an existing campaign, of course, we pull everything from your Amazon Ad Console right into here, and then you can definitely you can control it. You can make changes to it right here. Another very interesting feature is the budget manager. In the budget manager, I can add several different campaigns. So let's say I add these different campaigns, and I can save them as a group, and I can put a daily budget here. So for these 3 campaigns, I want to spend $50. And then if I have the auto budgeting turned on, this is how I turn on the auto budgeting, then what will happen next is once I have several different auto budgeting turned on, it's going to see which of these campaigns are performing the best. And then it would reallocate the budget according to which is performing. So this is very different. Within Amazon, you set a default budget for the campaign. If it runs out, you have to go back in. You have to see which of your campaigns are running well, and then you go back and then you put more money in it. It doesn't automatically go to different campaigns. But here, if it goes to different campaigns, I can also put money on different ASINs within those campaigns, and then those are the campaigns that are running that are getting me results. So there's a lot of difference in here. And there's also others as well, like the dashboard, but maybe I'll share with that later as well.
As far as the auto budgeting, how much growth and help did the software help to other sellers according to the data that you guys have?
For some of the sellers that we have worked with, and one of the ones I'm happy to share, there's a wholesaler in Japan, and then what they had is before using the AI bidding, before with the ACoS, they're able to increase their sales by astonishing 1,400%. And they're also able to lower the ACoS from 21% to 9%. And there's another strong case for a customer called Craig Menard. He actually sells the pet supplies. He sells pet supplies, and he was able to cut his ACoS by 50%. while doubling his sales. So, of course, these are unique cases. It depends as well, but he was able to do that through the AI bidding and also for the auto harvesting and also turning on to auto budgeting to reallocate some of the campaigns to the ones that are performing better.
How do you set up the new campaign using the software?
It's actually quite simple, and let me just share with you here. We're back into our software here. I go to Campaign Builder, and here I can enter a goal. Let's say I want to launch new product. So here I am deciding here, and we have the sponsored product. We also have display as well, and here I can pick the ASIN that I want. Let's say I pick one of these ASINs here, and then I have 4 different goal strategies that I can do. I can do basic, which is good for new products with no brand recognition. I could also do advanced with more data, and then I can actually pick the high performing targets that I know, that keywords that are working, and also add negative keywords. Also brand based and also custom as well. And then I just have to put basic here, and it's going to create 2 ad groups for me. It's going to use the best practices, give me the 2 ad groups, one on the auto campaign, one in the manual campaign, and it's not going to fight over. Like we've designed it so it's not going to fight over the same keywords. And then it would automatically turn on the auto harvesting in the AI bidding when I create this. Then I just have to press launch. And then I launch this, and then I can find this right in my campaign. So it's a lot simpler than if you were in Amazon Ad Console where you have to make all the picks, right? In Amazon Ad Console, you're going to pick auto or manual. And for manual type, you have to pick between product or keyword targeting. There's so many different options as well. Alexei, from your opinion, just by looking at this and comparing it to the Amazon Ad Console, what are your thoughts? Does it look easy to you? Is it simple to use?
Yes, it's a lot more simpler for sure.
So you don't need to be an Amazon PPC expert to use the software, because when you create the campaign, we give the best practice. Typically, you would create a campaign if, let's say, your previous campaign was not doing very well, or maybe you have a new product that you're creating, and then that's when you would create the campaign within BQool. We also pull all your existing campaigns in, so you're able to use them as well. So basically, when you create your campaign with our tool in the Campaign Builder, it saves you a lot of time. It removes possible human error, and you don't need to set all the default bids. If you're doing, let's say, broad matches, phrase match, or exact matches, and all that it can take quite a while. We have the most essential, the basics, and then we use the best practices from our experience, and then we get you an optimal result so that you can create the campaign very quick, very fast.
Now, if the results are not satisfying as far as the campaign, does the software gives you any suggestions on if there's something else going on with the listings or something like that?
If the results, the AI, it detects like anomalies. So if there are like a lot of impressions and there's a lot of clicks, you're getting traffic to your product listing, but the conversion rate is really low, then that's a sign, and that it's alert for the user that the issue might not be in PPC, right? It might be in the listing, it could be the image, it could be the bullet points, it could also be the price as well, or the reviews. BQool offers like support, so you can request support onboarding. You can ask. Our ad managers will also help you check. So when you run the campaign, if it's not getting the results, you can have a human person one-on-one go through it with you and take a look for you. And then you also know that if you're getting a lot of clicks, but there's no conversion, there's filters that we have, which you can find all those campaigns, and then you have to look at those campaigns. So you can actually filter, you can see which ones are not converting well, what the click-through rate is really low, and then you can then work on those.
Now, in terms of AI, I understand AI, just like any other AI, eventually should get better and better and better. And that's the same case with you guys?
Yes, the AI takes some time to learn. If there's historic data already, then that's great. Then we already have the historic data. If it's a new campaign, then it's going to take time to learn, maybe 14 days, 21 days. We offer a 30-day free trial, risk-free, that you can try it out within that time period, and then you can test it against your previous. And so as there's more time, yes, the AI will optimize. There's more data, there's large volumes of data, and of course it's in real time as well.
Right. What advice would you give to sellers who are spending a lot of money on ads but not making profits?
So if you're spending a lot of time, a lot of money on ads, but you're still not making a profit, we would recommend you to probably stop immediately and audit. So check your campaign structure, look at the negatives list, the negative keywords, and you can also look at the listing quality you have, right? Like if the conversion rate is really low, and of course also what is your pricing as well. And if you're running ads, of course you need to have the buy box, right? But we would recommend them not to only look at ACoS. You can also look at what their ad sales is, look at the overall profitability. What are the TOCOs, right? The total advertising cost of sales. And then if what they're doing is not working, then they could try a more automated approach. For example, they could use BQool, reset the campaign again, and then of course, you got to make sure your product also has enough margin, and it is also competitive listing. So it's competitive before you scale up your ad spend, right? Maybe the product is just not a good product fit in the market. There's a lot of other competitors there. So yeah, like that's what we would recommend. We would recommend you to stop and audit, create a new campaign with our product, or try the AI bidding, and then also check competitors, and also check your listing.
Got it. Do you guys help? Maybe if some sellers are just starting, do you guys help to do this type of audit?
Yes, yes. We have different plans, but that some of them include a monthly audit as well. But for the new people who sign up, we will help you, we'll onboard you, we'll check to make sure you get the best results. So we have ad managers that will support you one-on-one, that can be scheduled. So this way, people who use the software, they have the best chance. They have the best. They have a better chance of getting the best result from their listings.
Understood. Understood. For the person who just starting and they have a brand new, let's say a brand new product, a brand new brand, what would be your recommendation? And they want to try the BQool.
For a person who's just starting, right, we would recommend, depending, if they already have some ad campaigns inside Amazon, then they can have a 30-day free trial. They can sign up, and then for the ones that are not performing well, they can then, there's two steps. For the ones that are not performing, then they can, in our system, they can check which one, maybe the ACoS is really high, maybe the click-through rate is really low, and then they can put the AI bidding on for those, and also the auto harvesting as well. So then they can test it out for maybe 21 days, and then compare the results with using BQool and then before BQool. Now, if they are having a new product, they can also create a campaign inside BQool, and then using auto harvesting, it will start pulling in all the keywords that they need. And then it will also do the AI bidding for those keywords to get them the results. And that will take some time. Again, on a stress that you do want to test it out for 14 days, 21 days for the AI to learn and get you the best results. For someone who is new, that is what we recommend.
Very good, very good. Now, one more question, a little bit more personal, Samuel. What's lesson took you the longest to learn in your career but has become one of the most valuable?
I think the important lesson in my career is that you have to keep on learning, and you can't stop learning. For example, we continue. We're doing very well in repricing, right? And then we see that fundamentally that Amazon is moving in the direction of sponsored ads. They are investing a lot. There's a lot more ads you see. So the whole industry you see a lot more ad placements. And so when you see this trend, then you have to pivot, right? You have to pivot toward part of your business toward that. And so I think, me personally, when you see some industry trends, then you will need to go learn some of those skill sets as well. And so you have to keep on learning. You can't stay still. And then what used to work might not work in the future. So you have to continue to upgrade and uptool your skills in a systematical way so that you don't tire yourself out too much.
Totally agree. I can really relate to this comment, because it's the same thing happens with all the sellers that used to be resellers, and they were using, just like you mentioned, repricer because we were competing on the listings. But now Amazon changing the whole way of doing business. They want people or do their own brand or being direct with the brand, so there's no competition. You don't need as much the repricer anymore, but you do need the advertisement platform. It's you are in the software industry, we are in the seller industry, and it's changing. It's changing completely.
And then I've also seen myself how you've adapted as well. From selling, having your own warehouse as well, and then through different products, and reselling, and then moving to wholesale, and you also have your prep center as well. Yeah, you definitely, as a businessman, you continue to change to adapt to the environment.
That's correct. That's correct. Hey, Samuel, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your information. If anyone wanna have some more information about the software, what would be the best way to approach?
Well, check out the video in check out the description in the video right below, and then you can use the link there to sign up for a 30-day free trial. And then this way, you can try out the software yourself, and then make sure to contact us so that we can also get you onboarding to get you the best possible service for you, so you get a really good results.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time today, Alexei. So see you next time.
Awesome.